For 12,000 years, the Galactic Council stood as a beacon of peace. 400 species united. But in the shadows, a war was being lost. 3 cycles ago, they came from the void, the Devourers. A swarm of metal and fury, consuming entire worlds, leaving only silence. The Council fought, they won battles, but with each victory, the cost grew heavier. 200 warships lost to save a single colony. 60 million souls saved, but the fleet was bleeding dry. Before the War Council, Commander Vexler delivered the grim news. At this rate, Minister Quellis stated, we have maybe 20 battles left before we can no longer defend our core worlds. The air grew thick with desperation. Then Ambassador Thorne spoke the forbidden words. We activate species on the restricted list. A ripple of shock went through the chamber. The restricted list was for civilizations too dangerous, too unpredictable, too primitive for contact. To unleash one was to risk cosmic chaos. You can't be serious. Quellis protested. They'd attack us as readily as the Devourers. But Thorne was already deep in the archives. Here's one, he announced. Sol 3. Species designation. Human. Restricted due to aggressive tendencies, and they developed nuclear weapons before even leaving their planet. He paused, his crystalline form flickering. They have over 800 languages and nearly 200 nations, and they've been at war with each other constantly. For their entire history, they war amongst themselves with nukes? Vexler asked, intrigued. They've weaponized everything from rocks to quantum mechanics, Thorne confirmed. And yet, they show exceptional adaptability and problem-solving under pressure. Quellis was aghast. They sound insane. Vexler's 4 eyes narrowed. Or exactly what we need. Make contact. At NORAD, Lieutenant James Morrison watched every screen go haywire. Then, a voice, calm and translated, echoed through the facility. People of Earth, I am Commander Vexler. We come with a desperate request. Within 12 hours, the world learned it was not alone. The universe was vast, ancient, and burning. The Council offered everything technology, knowledge, a place among the stars. In return, they asked for one thing, our soldiers. They needed humanity's special brand of beautiful, terrifying chaos. Old enemies met. The UN convened. And Earth's answer was sent to the stars. We're coming. The Battle of the Kelver system was the turning point. The Council fleet was being torn apart. Then, humanity arrived. 500 ships, just 3 weeks after gaining FTL travel, layered into existence at the edge of the system, broadcasting music. Loud, aggressive, incomprehensible music. What are they doing? Quellis demanded. Vexler watched, mesmerized. I believe they call it psychological warfare. The human fleet didn't form neat lines. They scattered, a chaotic swarm, moving with reckless, suicidal grace. Their ships were smaller, more fragile, but their pilots were doing things that defied physics. They used debris for cover, asteroids as weapons, and gravity wells as slingshots. When their guns weren't enough, they rammed Devourer ships. Captain Elena Vasquez of the Earth vessel Indomitable led her squadron straight into the enemy flagship as Hangar Bay. Her message was simple. If we can't shoot through it, we'll shoot from inside it. It was pure madness. And it was brilliant. The Devourer flagship, which had withstood years of bombardment, tore itself apart from the inside. Leaderless, the enemy faltered. For the first time in recorded history, the Devourers retreated. Later, in a med bay, Vexler found Captain Vasquez, her arm regenerating, grinning. Your people fight like the universe personally insulted them, he observed. She laughed. Commander, we've been fighting each other for 10,000 years over everything you could imagine. You just gave us something we could all agree to punch. She grew serious for a moment. Besides, you showed us the stars. You gave us a place in something bigger. That's worth bleeding for. Vexler nodded, humbled. The council underestimated your species. Vasquez's grin returned. Everyone does, she said. Right up until we proved them wrong. Humanity had entered the galactic stage, and the war for the cosmos would never be the same. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this dive into humanity's chaotic potential, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from the far reaches of imagination. See you next time.